Hello students, welcome to CBSE Social. This is Aruna. In this video, I am going to explain 5 marks questions from the chapter Nationalism in Europe. In CBSE sample paper, 5 marks question was given from this chapter. One question was given. By taking that sample paper, I prepared one blueprint. So if you didn't watch that video, please watch, and if you like, share and subscribe and click on bell icon to get new notifications. Let us start. So surely you will get 5 marks question from this chapter in the board exam. Remember this. Let us start the questions. What questions are there? Sense of collective identity. So sense of collective identity. To bring collective identity among the French people, what the government did, what measures it took. Tricolor flag introduced. Estate General name had been changed to National Assembly. Uniform laws and measures and weights introduced. French language, they made this language as common language. Centralized administrative system they followed. These are the points under this question. Okay, to bring sense of collective identity in France, what measures they took? To that question, you have to write these points. While writing 5 marks question answer, keep it in mind that just important points, 5 points you have to write. Okay, more than that, if you write, you get only 5 marks only. More than that, they won't give you. Okay, keep it in mind to adjust time. Time maintenance is very, very important in board exam. Okay, let us move to next question. And here one point I forgot to explain: la patrie and les citoyens. All the people in France were given status of citizen status. Okay, so before French Revolution 1789, society was divided into different estates, and third estate people they used to call first and second estate people as sir and madam. But now all the people are equal, and they were given status of citizen. Next question. Napoleon Civil Code. So in France, Napoleon, he became the ruler in 1804, and he introduced some administrative measures. I write about Napoleon Civil Code. This is one of the important questions. Answer is, did away all privileges by birth. You know that the society was divided into estates, and second and first estate people were given importance in the society, and they were exempted from paying taxes. So some people in France, they themselves felt that they had some rights by birth, but it was not right, because all human beings are equal here. So Napoleon, in his administration, he did away all privileges by birth. Next measure he took, that he introduced equality before the law. All the people were equal before the law. No one was above the law. And freed peasants from serfdom. So abolished feudal system. So under feudal system, landless people, peasants, were treated as slaves. So he freed all peasants from serfdom. So what was feudal system? Feudal system means large landowners, they used to give their land to the landless people on rent, and these large landowners used these peasants as slaves. So in under Napoleon administration, this was abolished, and they freed peasants from serfdom. Secure right to property. Guild restrictions were removed. So traders association was called guild, and they imposed so many restrictions on trade, and those restrictions were removed. Next, transport and communication developed. Okay, So take screenshot of this question and follow and practice this question and answer. Next question. What does the term liberalism mean? What did it mean to different classes and people? So here liberalism. So we have to write about liberalism. So in the question you have to read question. You have to read 2 or 3 4 times till you get clarity. Then only you have to start answer. So liberalism word that derived from Latin word liber means free. So you start with this point answer, and next point different categories of people we have taken. So what is the meaning of liberalism for them? For middle class people, they felt that liberalism means freedom for the individual. All the individuals, they should have freedom and equality before the law. All people should equal before the law. They felt like that. Liberalism for them, liberalism meant these were. And for political view, government by consent. So there should be government by consent, agreement between people and government there should be. And representative government. So India has a representative democracy, we know that. Representative means they are elected by the people. So we elect MLA, MP, and they represent us. On behalf of us they take decisions. And in economic sphere, it was liberalism means freedom of market and no restrictions on trade. There should be no restrictions on trade. Okay, and these points, remember these points. And if you want to take screenshot. Let's move to another question. Explain the conditions that were viewed as obstacles to the economic exchange and growth by the new commercial classes during the 19th century in Europe. It means there were some restrictions on trade. So what were those? Obstacles means some difficulties for economic exchange. So here you should remember these points. In trading, there were some difficulties. Traders, they followed some difficulties. What difficulties they faced? No freedom of markets. This was one of the difficulties. And so many restrictions on trade, and differences in currencies, weights, and measures, and employment opportunities were less, and small producers face stiff competition. These are very simple questions, simple answer. You can remember. Read 2 or 3 times. You can remember these points. Okay. And peasants struggled under burden of feudal days. These problems they faced. Okay. Then next question. What happened during the year following 1815 when the fear of repression drove many liberal nationalists underground? So remember the word underground. So underground means secret societies. It related to secret societies. So take one word in the from every question and remember so which answer you have to write by using that word. So here underground. In 1815, Napoleon, he was defeated by the European powers. We know that. So after 1815, all the European powers they met at Vienna, and to restore the monarchy, they met at Vienna. So here, what what was the liberals' fear, and what they did? Underground secret societies were set up. So when we are mentioning about secret societies, definitely Mazzini would come. So Mazzini. So these secret societies were set up and fought for liberty and freedom. So here Mazzini, he himself found 2 secret societies in Italy and in Europe. And Mazzini believed that God had intended nations to be natural units of mankind. So Metternich, we know that Metternich, he hosted Vienna Congress. He described Mazzini as the dangerous enemy of our social order. What was their social order? Establishing monarchy. Okay, then next question. How did the Greek War of Independence mobilize nationalist feeling among the educated elites across Europe? So here you have to write Greek War of Independence. So remember this word in this question, and you can write. So Greek War of Independence, when it was started in 1821, and it was actually that Greece was under the control of Ottoman Empire, Turkey. Then Lord Byron, he took initiative and he collected some funds to fight war. Lord Byron, he was an English poet, remember that, but he died of fever in 1824. So here in this question you will get only 3 years. 1821 it was started. In 1824 Lord Byron died of fever, and in 1832 Greece became independent with the Treaty of Constantinople. Next question. Why were the years of 1830s great hardship in Europe? Great hardship. Remember this word in this question. Great hardship. It means it was very difficult to live. People they faced that situation. So what were those? Let us see. The first half of 19th century, population increased. So when population increased, what would happen? People they need more employment. Also unemployment will increase. So people migrated to from rural area to urban areas. When people migrated from one place to another place to that place, in that place population will increase, population size will increase, and cities overcrowded here, and unemployment also increased, and small producers faced stiff competition, and peasants faced burden with feudal use. Okay, these 2 points we repeated in the previous question. Remember, do you remember that? Okay, then these are the problems we people faced in 1830s. Next question. In 1848, what revolution of the liberals, and what were the political, social and economic ideas supported by the liberals? So in 1848, revolution was led by educated middle class. Remember this point, educated middle class, and German region. A large number of people came together in the city Frankfurt, and they themselves elected some of the people for German National Assembly, and women also had participated, and liberals struggled for abolition of serfdom, but conservative forces suppressed them in 1848. Okay, then next question. Describe the process of unification of Germany. So German unification you have to write. So here hero of German unification was Bismarck. He took the leadership. Prussia chief minister he was. Okay, so Germany was in 39 confederations, and these 39 confederations were united as a German country, and Prussia took initiative, and Bismarck, he was the architect of German unification, chief minister of Prussia he was. And Bismarck took help of army, bureaucracy and large landowners to unify Germany, and large landowners in Prussia were known as Junkers. And to unify Germany, he fought 3 wars in 7 years with the countries Austria, Denmark, France. So remember the hint FDA. F for France, D for Denmark, A for Austria. And the wars ended in Prussian victory, and unification completed in 1871. William I became Emperor of Germany. So in this question, what you have to remember? 39 German confederations. Architect Bismarck. Architect of German unification was Bismarck. Who was Bismarck? Bismarck was Chief Minister of Prussia, who took initiation in unifying Germany, 39 confederations. Prussia took initiation. And Bismarck, he took the help of army, large landowners, and bureaucracy to unify Germany. And to unify Germany, he won 3 wars in 7 years. And this war ended with Prussian victory, and unification of Germany was completed in 1871. William I became the Emperor of New Germany. And unification of Italy. Italy was divided into 7 states, and Sardinia Piedmont was ruled by Italian princes. So, Italian princes took initiative to unify Italy, and his chief minister Cavour. Central part was ruled by Pope, and with Pope they had no problem. And he would agree to unify that central part in Italy. And north part was under the control of Austria, Habsburg dynasty, and south part was under the control of Spain, Bourbon dynasty. So they had to fight with these two dynasties. Then Sardinia Piedmont chief minister Cavour. Cavour succeeded in defeating Austria to unify north part in 1859, and Garibaldi succeeded in defeating Spain in 1860. So unification was completed in 61, and new emperor was Victor Emmanuel II. Okay, so take screenshot of all these questions to prepare. Next question, Britain unification. So Britain formation of nation state. So Britain, primarily identity of Britain nation was with the English people, Wales, Scotland, and Irish. But English nation grew in wealth. Among these, English nation was very strong and powerful. English Parliament seized power from monarchy in 1688. Glorious Revolution. With the Glorious Revolution, English Parliament seized power from monarchy in 1688. Then the Act of Union 1707 between England and Scotland formed United Kingdom of Great Britain. Then Scotland was merged in Britain. Scotland people were forbidden to speak their language Gaelic. Okay, so here what points you have to remember? 1707, that act you should remember. So through that act only Scotland was united in Great Britain. And next, Ireland. Ireland also became part of north part of Ireland, also became part of Great Britain. So here the problem, there was a conflict between Catholics and Protestants, and Protestants were supported by the British. And north part of this island, all people were Protestants. So that part was united in Great Britain, and Britain is supported, and Wolfton in Ireland, he fought against Britishers, but it was failed. Ireland was forcefully incorporated in United Kingdom in 1801. So this was about Britain unification. Next question, why did nationalist tensions emerged in Balkan? So Balkan areas, very rich areas. So many nations were there in Balkan areas, and large part of Balkan areas were under the control of Ottoman Empire. So one by one, all the Balkans they started getting free from Ottoman Empire, and all the Balkans, the inhabitants of Balkans were known as Slavs. And Balkans were fiercely jealous of each other, and each hoped to gain more territory. So with that intention, always there was a conflict between Balkan nations, that areas, but along with that, European powers also, there was a competition between European powers to get power on Balkans. So series of wars took place during 19th century. So finally it led to Second World War in 20th century. Sorry, First World War, not Second World War. It led to First World War in 20th century. Then next question, why European powers met at Vienna in 1815? So in 1815, after defeating Napoleon, all the European powers they met at Vienna. That meeting was hosted by Metternich, and Austrian Chancellor he was Metternich, and he drew up a Treaty of Vienna in 1815, and to restore monarchies. That was the aim of that Vienna Congress. And what powers were given to whom? Bourbon dynasty was restored to power, and series of states were set up on the boundaries of France because to prevent French expansion in future. And Netherlands was given to Belgium. Prussia was given some part of new territories, and Austria was given control of north part of Italy. We learned about this north part of Italy in the Italy unification. North part of Italy was under the control of Austria. We learned, and German 39 confederations, but they left untouched, and Russia was given part of Poland. Next question: culture played an important role in creating idea of nation. Explain. So what comes under culture? Poetry, stories, music helped express, shaped national feeling. So here one spelling mistake is there. Shaped. It is shaped, not shaped. Then romantic artists, poets, they started criticizing glorification of reason and science. Instead, they focused instead on emotions and mystical feelings. These efforts created sense of collective heritage. So people, to bring national spirit among the people, they criticized science and the logical thinking. They gave importance to the feelings of the people, and and how they have to express their feelings, and to bring national spirit among the people, they mainly concentrated on emotions of the people and mystical feelings of people. Then we can take some examples. Delacroix, he was a French painter, and he depicted one incident in Greece and Turkey. People, they killed 20,000 of people. That incident he depicted to bring national spirit among the people. And another John Gottfried Herder, and he also said true the German culture was to be discovered among the common people. And Grimm brothers, they collected folk tales. So this answer how will tell us how culture played an important role in bringing national spirit among the people. Next, language role in the creation of nationalist sentiments. Language, we know we have to write about Russia and Poland. Russia was given Poland, part of Poland, and Poland language, Poland people language is Polish, but this Polish was forbidden to speak in Russia, in Poland, and they imposed Russian language in Poland. But so many people, clergy people in school, in churches, in schools, they used Polish language. Because of that, all those were put in jail, and this shows this is a symbol. It Polish came to be seen as a symbol of struggle against Russian domination. Okay, so with this, I hope you understood all these questions, and these are very simple answers. No need to write more than these points. So easily, if you write one or two times, easily you will get 5 marks from this chapter. You can score 5 marks from this chapter. Thank you.